Hi family, so a couple of you have asked for some more activities, so I did come up with some. These can, some of them can be inside and some of them can be outside, just depending on the weather, and hopefully it gets nicer out so we can go outside and get some fresh air. These are just suggestions. Again, would not recommend anything over 10 minutes, and a lot of them have you setting it up and then supervising the child. There's a couple of them where you could probably walk away if you needed a few minutes of just like peace and quiet. We'll get started. So with Easter coming up, some of our kiddos are celebrating Easter. If you are one of them, I would just put a letter inside the Easter egg, and this is A. And then you could hide them outside, you could hide them inside, but you could also, since most of them come with two like the matching colors, you could have them match the colors and match the letters. So that's something that you can kind of play around with and see what works best for your kiddo. Also, it's a super great fine motor activity for them to open and close these, so it's a really, really great time for us to be doing that. Okay, let's move over here. I found another way for you to tie-dye, kind of, Easter eggs. So I just boiled the egg again, and then I just put some food coloring on a napkin and then just kind of put it around the egg and let it kind of soak in. But you could, this is a cool way, you could also like mix colors to make colors. And that would be a super fun way to like try and figure out how to make purple, because that's our color of the month. So it'd be super fun. The next thing I did was I boiled some noodles and then I just put some food coloring in. Again, just wanted to make them more fun. Looks like snakes or whatever. But we have some scissors. This is a really great cutting activity if your kiddo is not used to like cutting paper yet. Would definitely supervise this one. But just going in and cutting the noodles. If you want to, you could still eat them after. It's completely up to you. But just cutting the noodles, obviously you would probably make a lot more than that, but just as an example, that's what I made. All right, the next thing is a really great way for us, since we're working on 11 and 12 this month, is a really great way to work on our counting. So I have some tongs and I have little spiders in here. You could put literally anything that's small enough to fit. But I would just put in a spider, and I already have one spider in one, so then 2, 3, 4, and maybe you could see if they understand 11 and 12, because we haven't been able to introduce those yet, but it's a super great way for them to understand that one-to-one correspondence. And also, you could even do something really fun, like a little pattern, anything like that, that would be super fun for them. Again, it doesn't have to be spiders, it's whatever you have at home. The next thing I made is just a really quick color hunt, so like a little scavenger hunt for colors. This could be something that you do inside on a rainy day, and you ask your child, go find something orange. This looks like orange, let's go find something orange together. And you can find all of them, or you can go outside and try and find all of them. That one's completely up to you. The next one that we have is another thing with our name, which they should be pretty used to doing this because we've done it in school. But you just write your name on a piece of paper, and then you have these clothespins, and I would have these off too. And they just have to match the letter on the clothespin to the letter in their name. So just like that, and then that gets them to work on the letters. Also matching the letters. Okay, the next thing is another way to make like flowers is, I didn't realize that the bottom of a pop can also kind of looks like a flower, so that could be something you do. You could also still do the top of the pop can and then anything like this. I just got this this cardboard out because I figured it'd be something bigger for them to work on rather than a paper, but you can do whatever works for you. The next thing is water play is super big. They seriously love water. So this could probably entertain them for a while. But you could literally put honestly anything in there. If you want to put their favorite toys in here and have them like scoop out their toys, or they have to put their toys from one thing to the next and have like little pipe cleaners in here. but this is a really great way for them to work on the scooping, like in snack time they would work on that. We have cups in here. You can put it in and dump it out. You would be surprised how exciting that is. And also just like little measuring cups. You could put strainers. You could put ice in here, or you could put food coloring. There's literally anything you can put in here. You could have them transfer it. They really, really enjoy doing stuff like that. Plus, it's a really great way for them to work on those independent skills that they would need for like mealtime. Okay, so I have a couple of things outside, and then I promise I'm done. So the first thing that I found was I literally just have a paintbrush, which is a smaller paintbrush. You probably want to give them a little bit more, or whatever you have, and some water, and then just have them write on concrete or whatever. They could do letters, they can make a picture, whatever feels happy to them. The last thing I have is I made some puffy paint, which if you don't have paint, it's just made with shaving cream, glue, and flour. And I made just like a couple designs over here. I will also like provide a link to make the puffy paint, because I know some people don't have paint at their house. I just put in this little Ziploc bag because I couldn't find anything else, but you could literally put it in whatever. You could put it in an old ranch bottle or ketchup bottle and have them squeeze it out. That would be super cool because it's working on those fine motor skills. But those are just some ideas. If you have any other ideas, I will add them to the parents so that other people can play too with it. And then also I will, if you want more activities, I will provide more, but this is completely all suggestions. All right, thanks.